everyone, welcome back. So jumping into another client tutorial, I'm just starting out with the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powder in the shade Taupe, and I'm just defining the eyebrows and filling in any sparse areas. Now Alyssa already has amazing eyebrows, so I don't really have to do much to make them look so perfect because, well, she has good eyebrows. She was blessed with good eyebrows. It's always a pleasure doing her makeup. And then I'm just taking the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer on a Vanity Planet concealer brush and just carving them out so they're nice and straight and sharp and just on point, because that's how we all like them these days, right? Yes, okay. Now then I'm just going in with that same concealer and applying it all over the lid as an eyeshadow base. Now this step is so important as it makes the eyeshadows last longer throughout the day, and it just covers up any discoloration on the eyelids because we tend to get a lot of veins on the eyelids. I'm also just using that same concealer to define the front of the eyebrows and just to fix up that little bit at the front that wasn't so perfectly straight because I'm so OCD, you know what I mean? But yeah, I just go in and set that concealer down with some transparent powder, which is also really important because it makes all the eyeshadows just blend on top seamlessly. Using the Kat Von D shade on the eye palette, I picked up that cool tone brown shade and just focused this on the outer corner of the eye. I used a big fluffy brush to really diffuse the color and to blend out any harsh lines. Now you did see me pop a little bit of tape on the corner of the eyes previously to this. This just cleans up the eyeshadow and it just makes everything nice and sharp. So going back into that palette, I'm picking up that warmer brown shade and just going straight over the top of the cool tone brown that we used and just making sure that I really blow it out and blend out any harsh lines, because we don't want any harsh lines in this look at all because it is going to be a really smoky effect. Then I just switched up blending brushes to a clean one to further on just make sure there's no harsh lines. Picking up that same palette again, I'm taking that sheer white shade and just blending that on to the brow bone for a nice little highlight. And then I'm going to go in with some gel liner. This one is by Sigma. It's in the shade Wicked. I'm using my 317 wing liner brush from Zoeva, which is my all-time favorite. I love it so much, and you get such a nice, just sharp little cream crisp line. I love it. It's my baby. But yeah, I'm just creating like a normal wing. It doesn't have to be too neat because we are going to go in with that black shade from the eyeshadow palette and smoke it out. Just make sure you kind of get that nice smoky, like sharp line effect, if that makes sense. I don't even know if that makes sense. I kind of suck at explaining things, so I don't know, you guys should just watch. But yeah, I go back in with that same gel liner and just kind of define the lash line, just making sure that that lash line is nice and like jet black. Then gonna go in with some Model Rock lashes and apply them and just pull off that tape and clean up the under eye area with some Garnier micellar water. This stuff's amazing. I talk about it in every video and I can't get enough of it. It's amazing. It works so good. Using that same gel liner, I'm just placing that in the waterline and also just going over the lash band to disguise it and to not make it visible to the human eye. You know what I'm saying? So now that one eye's done, I just jump off camera and do the other eye. And then unfortunately, I've lost the footage of me applying my strobe cream, my Studio Fix foundation, and my Fit Me concealer on her, but I just do it the same way I do any other client. So I use my beauty blender to push it into the skin and also just highlight the center of the face and also underneath the eyes. And then I just dip into this NYX Pro palette, which is amazing. I'm using the banana shade to set down the concealer, so in the center of the face and also underneath the eyes. This will just help ensure the concealer does not move, budge, or crease throughout the day. And then I go in with this Face of Australia powder. It's a transparent powder or translucent, however you want to say it, and just apply that all over the face. This powder is amazing. It's so inexpensive and it's just amazing. It works like just as well, if not better, than my expensive ones. We're going to go back into that palette and pick up that cool tone brown shade and just contour the face. I'm running this down her cheekbones, her forehead, her jawline, and also just defining the nose a little bit as well, and also underneath the lip. Once again, using that same palette, we're picking up a shade that's more warmer toned, and we're just going to pretty much go straight over that contour. So this is going to bronze the face and make her look really naturally like bronzed, obviously, and sun-kissed, and it's just going to bring even more definition to the face. Also, I forgot to mention that I run a bronzy shade down the neck as well. I don't use the cool tone brown, like the contour shade, to run down the neck. Naturally, our necks are a lot wider than our face and our chest because it doesn't see the sun a lot, so it's absolutely essential to bronze up the neck. Using Milani's Baked Blush in Luminoso, I'm just going to apply that to the apples of her cheeks and blend it back to her contour. I'm obsessed with this shade. I used to love it so much, and I've recently just started to pick it up again, and it's so pretty. But yeah, moving on to highlighter, I'm using the NYX Illuminator palette, which is also another amazing palette. I talk about it in my Holy Grail top 5 illuminators. I'll link that video down below. I just applied that on the tops of her cheekbones, her cupid's bow, and also the tip of her nose. And then we're going back to the eyes, and I'm just running the 2 brown shades that we used on the top of the eyelids on the bottom of the eyes, and I'm just making sure that I connect it from the inner corner to the outer corner of where that wing is. And then just using that same NYX Illuminator palette, I go in and highlight the inner corners of the eyes and also the brow bone. Then I just went ahead and coated the top and bottom lashes with some mascara using a disposable spoolie wand. For lipstick, I use Velvet Teddy by MAC, which is one of Alyssa's favorite lipstick because she only ever gets this lipstick, I swear. But it's such a beautiful shade. I love it too. It's amazing. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. You know what to do if you did. Definitely give this a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye!